Hey everyone! Iron's Group 12 can be challenging for many players because it starts in the middle register, goes high, and then comes back to the middle register. Then you repeat. But you don't go to the final low fundamental until the very last note. That can be a real challenge. So here are some of the ways that I skeletonize this type of exercise in order to make the last interval more attainable and give myself more confidence. So first of all, I'm going to skeletonize it by adding some tonguing and just simple intervals, starting at the end of the exercise. Now I'll add an arpeggio to the low G. Now I'll make the arpeggio into a second instead. So I went from a third to a second to a minor second, and then finally just going directly in context. Another trick is to offset movements using 16th notes or whatever subdivision you want. So in this case, I'm going to go now slurred. With the metronome now, I'll do that once and then I'll add it, I'll do the offset with the G. So it's that's tricking you to moving more quickly. Another trick is to add a motion after the final fundamental. So and then simplify that. So these are the various ways you can add things that give you a scalar or arpeggiated approach to that final note. Then you add more of the exercise and repeat some of these various techniques. For instance, or okay, so here are some of the ways that I did it and that I would work on these sort of intervals. You can do all sorts of derivations like this, and it really is a great technique to employ when you're approaching a problem interval in an exercise, but also in context with etudes, with music. Use these sort of techniques and you can actually make significantly faster progress on something than just sort of like batting at the problem directly. Because you could sit there all day and go, and then in context have trouble going, you know? So add these simple permutations that make the exercise more achievable to where you can have repetitions with success rather than just trying to battle right on with the problem. That can work so well in many contexts. The last thing that I would suggest with this is always adding more complications earlier in an exercise, more repetitions, and then allowing yourself to simplify the complicated interval again. So for instance, if I have made myself confident going, it would not be practical for me to expect myself to be able to repeat the exercise 6 times and then get a perfect ending. Make it simple again. Variations like this, you're just sort of accessing the ending and then slowly developing the ability to do the exercise as written. Hope you have a great day.